RS232 options, we also have an RS485, and the RS485 or the RS422 are well known for allowing us to do a multi-drop. So you will communicate, instead of point to point, you will communicate from the D400 to many devices connected on the same loop to back to the D400. And this is the RS485. We'll talk a little bit about the switches on the RS485. So I'm going to pull it out, place it out here. Hopefully you can now see the switch that's available on it. And there will be two sets of switches. There is switches on the front here that we can see, and there is switches on the back of the RS485. So I'll go back to the front of the RS485 switches to show you the settings of it. So for the RS485, we can set it for either a 2-wire or a 4-wire. Basically, you've got switch position number 1, switch position number 2. Again, the on position is away from the number, the off position is toward the number. So if I want to set it for 2-wire, switch number 1 would be on, switch number 2 will be off. If I want to set it for 4-wire, switch number 1 will be off, switch number 2 will be on. As you can see, in this case it's set up for 4-wire because switch number 1 is toward the 1, switch number 2 is away from the 2, as such it's on the on position. Okay, and that would control for the first port whether it's 2-wire, the second port whether it's 2-wire or 4-wire. I'm going to show you from the back the importance of the switches on the back of the RS485 card. These switches, okay, which is switch 3 here and switch 4 here. Switch 3 controls the top RS485 port, switch 4 controls the bottom RS485 port. So this is controlled by switch 4, this is controlled by switch 3. For a switch 3, if we want to set it for RS485, we would set all the pins to the off position or toward the numbers. If we want to set it to RS422 120 ohm, right, not with a pull-up, pull-down resistor, without the pull-up, pull-down resistors, you would set up the first 5 to the off position and the last 5 to the on position. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be set up to the off position. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 would be set to the on position if we want RS422 120 ohm with a line termination on the transmit and receive. If it is RS422 120 ohm line termination with 680 ohm, then for that setup you would set them all to the on position. Okay, so the 3 settings that we have is either RS485, all of them are on the off position, RS422 with a termination, that will be half of it will be on the on position, the first top half will be on the off position, the bottom half will be on the on position. Or if we want RS422 with a pull-up, pull-down resistor, then all of it will be on the on position.